going on, everyone? So Russell Westbrook addressed the media today, and he was, of course, asked about the huddles. Why didn't he show up to the, post-game or the pre-game huddle? And then why did he not show up in the huddle during the third quarter when they're trying to rally the troops, try to get back into that game? And Russell Westbrook explained it. But instead of me explaining what he said, I want to play the clip for you so you can hear it from him yourself, and then we'll talk about it. So here's that clip.
It's really weird, man. Pre-game, I've been doing that since I've been in the league for years, man. I think they just cut the video, and obviously the internet, they'll take it and run whatever they need to run with. But I've been doing the same ritual since I've been in the league. I'm pretty sure you guys would probably can attest to that. But as far as the other video, I was actually talking to the coaches, and they cut that video in half as well. I was talking to the coaches about a missed coverage. So, I don't pay no mind to it, man. It's honestly, I'm just trying to compete and do my job. Everything, videos and getting nitpicked. You can cut any video and make anything you want out of it. It's not up to me to be able to judge that. I know I'm a genuine team player. I never had a problem being with my teammates, and I'm gonna continue to do what I've been doing.
There you have it, directly from Russell Westbrook. And as he explained it during the pre-game huddle, he was doing his ritual, stuff like that, and we didn't get to see that because you got to remember, that wasn't aired. That wasn't broadcasted. So we didn't know all the details of that situation. We just saw the end result. And when it came to the third quarter thing, he said he was talking to the coaches. He was having a discussion with the coaches. That, to me, is a justifiable thing. And look, I made a video earlier talking about if that's his behavior and that's the approach that he's going to have this season, then, I can't condone that. But I did say in that video, he has been a model citizen up until that point. And I did say, who knows what happened behind the scenes? Who knows what the result was? Maybe there was a reason. Was it a bad look? Absolutely. But that's also why I said I didn't want to blow this out of proportion. I didn't want this to get too carried away to blow it up because it's a big thing. And this is my problem. Like even last night when I did a live stream after the post game because I always do a post game stream, and the entire stream was talking about Russell Westbrook and how they need to trade him, they need to get rid of him. He's the same old Russ, bad attitude, this, that, and the other. All of my comments and everything. And look, the situation was explained and handled. Russ, which is true, we didn't get to see the full footage. We didn't get to, maybe he was in the huddle earlier, and that was the end, and he goes and does the pregame warm-up, and then the whole coaching thing, like, that was a thing. We didn't get to see that on camera. You can make anything look like anything. You can make, especially with technology and just video and things like that today, you can cut things and make it look and sound however you want it to look and sound. That's what this is. But again, it goes into my point of like everybody just blows Russ out of proportion for every single thing. I dealt with it for an entire stream last night of just like, we don't know what is going to happen. We don't know what the result was. Was it a bad look? Yes. Do I still think Russell Westbrook should have ran over to the group, rallied around them instead of like putting his hands on the knees and stuff like that? Yes, and I still believe that. I still think he should have ran over there when Beverly was calling him and Anthony Davis was getting him. I understand he was talking to the coaches. The coaches probably said, okay, head on over there, and he walked over there. And I think he should have immediately jumped into the huddle and rallied everyone together, put your arms around everybody and have a dialogue, have that talk real quick. I still believe that. I still think that was a bad look and he should have done that. But the whole thing in general, it's just, this is the narrative. And see, the problem is with the internet and just things in general is like everything just gets blown out of proportion because we don't know the full results. We don't know what fully went on. Was it a bad look? Yes. And I even said, like, yeah, that's a really bad look. And I'm somebody that has defended Russell Westbrook constantly. And that was a bad look. If that is what it is, then yeah, I can't condone that. I can't defend that. I can't stick up for that. And Russ has been a great sort of model for this team. He has done everything that they've asked. He's bought in. He's, shown up. He's been friendly. I mean, even when he was talking with the media, like that video, tell me that video wasn't like a different type of Russ. I said it in the live stream, and I said it in the post-game video that I made. I just equate that to a bad game. Everybody had a bad game. There were bright spots with Russ, And, people don't seem to like when I bring up bright spots for Russ, but nonetheless, there were still bright spots. He was still closing out. He was still fighting over screens. He needs to control himself better on just gambling and getting off his feet. But it's a work in progress. This guy has done so much in 2 weeks. Does he need to be traded? Possibly. But it's what I said. Go watch my entire live stream if you think that I'm just making this stuff up. Like I said, we haven't even played a regular season game yet. Let's see what happens with a handful of regular season games and then come to a conclusion, come to an idea, and find out if it happens. Like, look, the Pacers deal isn't going anywhere. The Hornets and many other teams are probably going to pop up out of nowhere because they're going to want to tank for Victor Wembanyama, right? That's going to be a big thing. And the Lakers need to remain smart and need to remain patient and just kind of let the chips fall where they may. And I wanted to be cool to expectations. Like I said, let's not blow this out of proportion. Let's not turn this into something that we don't know all the results for. Again, you can paint any picture you want in video, anything you want. And I loved Russ's answers. I loved his response. He wasn't, he didn't have an attitude, didn't have anything. He was just like, look, man, like it's a video on the internet. Like, I've done the pregame ritual, which he does. He always does separate himself at some point. He goes over, adjusts his pants, does all that stuff. So that was his pregame ritual. It's just, it looked like it just was a bad time in which the recording happened. But I don't think it's anything. And if Russ isn't making anything, the team isn't making it anything, it's something that he does regularly. Again, we don't see that stuff on camera. We didn't get to see if Russ was in the huddle or not. All we saw was the end result. All we saw was, here is this, here's that, like, here's Russ away from the group. This is a bad look. And then in the third quarter, again, you don't get to see the full scope. You don't get to see the full picture. You just see Russ looking like he has an attitude and just being a guy. And it looked that way. And I talked about it and I addressed it. And I still think, like, if Russ does, for whatever reason, end up behaving that way this season, that can't be condoned. That has to be something. And it looked really bad. But it's something that is, again, it's something that was painted in a light that turns out isn't true. It isn't true. Like, the team knows it. Russ knows it. There were people at that game. So, it's not like he could do it. Some of those media people were at that game, all of that stuff. So, like, if that wasn't true, that would come out. People would know. But Russ is, relaying the situation, what's at hand. He was talking to his coaches. Like, his coaches, he said, I was talking to my coaches about a missed assignment. That is good. That is good. That means Russ is coachable. That means he's willing to listen. He's taking accountability. All of that stuff. I love that. If Russ was talking to the coaches, I don't care if he's ever in a huddle again. If he's talking to the coaches about, what he messed up on, what he needs to do better on, stuff like that, I would rather him do that than listen to Pat Bev go, come on, guys, like, this is their moment. Like, I don't care about that. Like, I want Russ to improve and get better and continue to grow and adjust to this team. And I've been a huge Russ defender, gotten so much slack for it. But I've lived on the mantra of, I don't know. So many people seem to have the answers to this team and Russell Westbrook. I don't know how you can come to that when they haven't even played a game yet. And you can't use last season as a template because you got a different coach, different players, different everything. It's a completely different system, culture, all of that. So who knows? My whole thing is like, let's just see, let's give it some time and see what the result is. We'll know rather quickly. We'll know probably 10, 15 games into the season if it's working or not. If we're like 3-12, then something needs to happen. We need to make a change. But if we're like, 12-3, then it's working. So we're going to find out in the next like month, or a couple weeks, what this is really going to look like. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, so I pass the question on to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments section below. What did you think? Did you think like, this was, just somebody on the internet making it seem like something? It's really nothing. How do you feel one way or another? Regardless, good, bad, ugly, somewhere in between, let me know down in the comment section below. Quick little shameless plug, everyone. If you enjoy my videos and commentary here on this channel, As It Stands Lakers, then check out the link down in the description below and go subscribe to As It Stands. Believe it or not, As It Stands was the first channel. If it wasn't for that channel, this channel would never have existed. Because of the success of that channel, it led me to want to create this Lakers channel. So do me a huge solid. If you're not subscribed over there, go check that out. go subscribe over there. I talk all things sports, all teams, things like that, not just the Lakers. So if you just enjoy my commentary and want to hear me talk about other things, or you just, are a fan of other sports and other teams, go check that out. I promise you will not be disappointed. That being said, hit that like button. Helps me out a lot. Lets me know you enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, followed by the bell notification. Stay up to date with all things sports. Join this wonderful community and all of our discussions. I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you.